Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of using the Pythagorean Theorem. This is standard 8.7c in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 9 off the 2017 released STAAR test. If you have not done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So we have a car dealership. We've seen a rope with some flags, and most of us have probably seen this all around. It's supposed to draw your attention. But as you can tell, this is actually making a right triangle between the stake that's used to hold it down and the very top of that pole right there. And so we need to find the distance in feet from the top of the pole to the bottom of the stake. So we're looking for this right here. I'm not going to use the term, but this is actually the hypotenuse, because when we're dealing with right triangles, we've got two different legs and we've got the hypotenuse. And so we actually have a formula that we can use to figure out the length of any of the three sides of a right triangle. And what it is it's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And your a squared and your b squared are two legs. So what that means is, let's pretend that this is a square, this pole, and that pole is actually just the side of a square. So if we take that, we say that's going to be a right there. And then we've got the distance between the stake and the pole right here. That's going to be our b. These two, the square of a and the square of b, will always equal the square of c. Now the c is always going to be the hypotenuse, so a plus b always equals c. That's the cool thing about all right triangles. And so we're going to use that a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and let's just plug it in. So a is my 26, so that means I'm going to do 26 squared plus b is my 19.5. 19.5 squared equals, and then c squared. So we definitely need the calculator out for this. So let's figure out what this is. So 26 squared, that's going to equal 676. And let's take our 19.5. We're going to square that, and it's going to be 380.25. And put those together, that's going to equal c squared. So let's add those two up, and we've got, wow, 1056.25. Not a square that most of us are used to, but that's what we're going to get. So c squared equals 1056.25. Now, if we wanted to, we could bubble that in, but we would be incorrect, because we're not looking for what c squared is. We want to find the distance from the top right here to the stake, the hypotenuse. And that hypotenuse is c, not the entire square. It's just c. So how do we isolate that variable and get rid of that exponent? Well, the opposite of an exponent is a root. So since it is squared, we're going to take a square root. This is where we definitely need our calculator. So we need to find the square root of our 1056.25. Hopefully we are used to using square roots on our calculator, and look what we find. I'll put it up here. We find that it's actually a pretty nice number, 32.5. Nice rational number. So let's bubble that in. So that's our c. That's our answer. That's that side length of that hypotenuse, the distance from the top of the pole down to the flag. And so we're going to have to hit, we got two digits to the right. We're going to hit at least one of those columns over here. We're going to put that 0.5. And we've got to use two of the four columns to the left. So we're going to do 32 right here. Bubble in the digits below. Let's leave everything else blank. Don't put zeros in there. And that's our answer.